Okay, so as someone that has at least one cup of coffee every day, I may be a little bit biased, but I'm gonna explain why coffee is better than tea. While both coffee and tea are delicious drinks to start off your morning, coffee is more delicious and actually has some health benefits. Both coffee and tea contain caffeine, but if you're looking for something to keep you more energized or energized longer, then coffee is your choice, and this statistic explains why. At Penn State University, Dr. Laura Klein is a professor of biobehavioral health that discusses the effects of caffeine in coffee. She says that caffeine keeps you energized, it increases your heart rate and blood pressure because of hormones that are released. And in an 8-ounce cup of tea, there are only about 14 to 61 milligrams of caffeine, but in that same 8 ounce of coffee, there's 95 milligrams of caffeine. Coffee has always been a popular drink, but many are unaware of some of the health benefits it has. The factual data about coffee shows that it has more antioxidants per cup than tea. The antioxidant that is most prevalent is chlorogenic acid, and which is in instant coffee. Most Americans are getting their daily coffee intake or their daily antioxidant intake from coffee because more than half the population drinks coffee every day. I'm sure everyone has heard about the statement that coffee stunts your growth and you shouldn't drink very much of it, but that statement is a myth. And an example of this is a study done at the University of Oregon, or Oregon University, and it recorded the girls' bone mineral over a 6-year period between the ages of 12 to 18. They were given anywhere from 25 to 50 milligrams of caffeine every day. And at the end of the study, they recorded their bone structures and their bone mineral to see if there were any changes. And the results showed that there was no bone structure change in correlation with caffeine intake. And so I've been drinking coffee since I was about 14, and being 5'9" now, I can say that coffee does not stunt your growth. And so the research that I have found has led me to believe that coffee is better than tea.
Well, I think you have a good start and point of view at the beginning of the speech. Some of the supporting material doesn't really address the issue of whether or not tea and coffee are comparable, but rather just benefits of coffee. And the last one, for instance, is the refutation of an argument that's made about coffee that doesn't have anything to do with the comparison between tea and coffee. So although it's fun to listen to, and I think you have a good way of presenting it, it doesn't really support the point that you're making, so its inclusion is a little bit awkward. I thought that you did a nice job citing the sources on the information early on. You had the one source citation from the Penn State doctor. You had an example that you cited from the University of Oregon. There's factual data that you cite about the antioxidants that are in coffee. So that's all pretty good. Although I did think that the source citation on the antioxidants needed to be a little bit sharper. Generally, everything flows together nice and smoothly, and you do a good job talking to the audience, and you're very relaxed while you're doing that. All right, thank you.